Good afternoon, everybody. It's June 12th, 2025. It's Lorraine Alternative Homesteading. I hope everybody's doing well. And early this morning, I posted a video reading about the criminal fraternity. So this is kind of an ongoing reading. I think this is the 5th or 6th time I've read a chapter from the book. It's really interesting, and he's got a very unique perspective. Some of the words I obviously can't say on BayTube. But this is just kind of a reminder that we are a partner with Redemption Shield EMF Protection with our link and Freya's Cat Rescue. We do receive a small commission. Our referral link gives you 10% off, and each time you refer somebody, you get 10% off your purchase. And I've got coupon codes in the description section. Thank you also. I don't know who it was that sent us a Chewy.com donation. We received an alert today that a box of cat food and little treats are on the way. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We've got some news. Not good news, but, you know, have you heard of any good news lately? A video shows Air India plane crash in Ahmedabad by Nicole Brown Chu. This happened about 2 hours ago. The moments before an Air India passenger plane crashed in West India Thursday were captured in a video filmed by a building near the crash site, CBS News has verified. The footage shows the plane, which had departed from Ahmedabad airport just minutes before with more than 240 people on board, descending over the city. It then disappears behind buildings, and there's a large explosion. A huge fireball is seen blowing up on the buildings. Now, it's really interesting because I looked up, obviously as an astrologer, I wanted to look up the transits, and today on Wednesday, the moon was square Neptune, and Neptune is all about poisons and things that are nefarious, things that are hidden. And then what it says here is it disappears. The plane disappears behind the buildings, and there's a large explosion. Okay, so we've got a full moon. Also, we've got a full moon, which is never, well, we've got a full moon actually. Where is it? Tomorrow. And I know we had the full moon yesterday. It was in Sagittarius, late degrees of Sagittarius. But because of the time difference between here, like on the East Coast and India, it was early morning there. So it says a huge fireball was seen billowing above the buildings. The Air India flight AI or AL 171 departed for London's Gateway Airport 1:31 p.m. It was Boeing 7878 Dreamliner. It was carrying 242 passengers. The crash happened only 5 minutes after takeoff. Isn't that odd? 5 minutes after takeoff. The police initially said there were no known survivors, but a senior Indian police official told the county's national news agency that one person survived the crash. Now, this again was 2 hours ago. It said nearly 50 people were injured. So I don't know what the update is. I just looked at this really quickly. So if anybody knows anybody that's on that flight, beware. And also, I noticed that on Saturday, it's Flag Day. On Sunday, it's Father's Day. And I think that, with all the protests going on, that those 2 days are going to be targeted. So I would not attend any protests or stay away from really large cities, etc. Let's see. I received an email, thank you, on this. Let's see. the person tried to leave the comments underneath one of my videos. And this was the video where David Atkinson interviewed me a few months ago. And he allowed me to upload it to my channel. He said, I watched almost the complete 2 hours of your testimony. You're a ninja. One thing men fear most is a strong, intelligent woman, especially one who's considered psychic. You fit that criteria, not afraid to go up against the obstacles placed in front of you, no matter how big or how much perceived power that individual or group or individuals believes they wield. He said, I tried to post in the comments, but I was blocked to do so. I doubt we will ever meet. Do you find your leadership organizational quality... Oh, I do find your leadership organizational qualities extremely attractive. Well, thank you. That's why I was once a corporate human resources manager. I interviewed people, had my own staffing business, and interviewed and placed people actually in the World Trade Center. And of course, when that World Trade Center fell down, a lot of people disappeared. He says, I've never been one to stand next to a fire, prefer to stand in the bonfire. Although I continuously get burned, I too continue to speak my mind as they ramp this up, or until Palantir sends a drone to unalive me. Musicians I work with light years beyond everyone else. He gave up everything for his beliefs. Asks me, don't you want to be like Jesus? I replied, well, we saw what happened to Jesus. Metaphorically speaking, what it's representative of is one willing to put it all on the line, stand their ground for one's closely held beliefs, for what we know is to be true in our fight to overcome evil. Well, thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. You know, it's nice to know that, you know, other people find me, you know, whatever, you know, it's hard being isolated and stuff. So it's nice having our little groups, you know, through the internet and through the live chats and through our videos and stuff. And more people are coming out and speaking out and creating videos. So hopefully I'll have an interview with somebody soon. They were having difficulty uploading something. So she said, well, you know what, let's just do the interview anyway. So I don't know when that's going to be. But thank you, thank you, anybody, anybody that has the time to watch my 2-hour interviews. Because once I start talking, you know, it's hard. You know, I've been targeted for a long time, and there's just one incident after the next, and actually posting these interviews is very helpful in documenting what has happened up until that point and sort of reviewing how we may have gotten to this point and helping other people who are going through this that don't know it's actually happening to them, and which has happened to most of us. By the time we figure out what's going on, like, years have passed. So anyway, thank you again for that comment. Thank you, subscriber, for the chewy.com donation. I'm trying to think if there's anything else here. Oh, yes. Yes. So a subscriber sent me an email this morning. You know, I'm sure you all record things and videotape things and stuff. And anybody that's been in my live chat knows that we have a resident creepy voice. So this is a creepy voice that usually enters at the beginning of the chat and will interject this gibberish, like, underneath all of our speaking and our texting back and forth and all that stuff. But it's usually throughout almost the entire live stream, which is often 2 hours or more or longer. Now, I had only had those creepy voices on the live chat. Well, now the creepy voice is on Zoom calls, Zoom meetings. Like, I had a Zoom interview with Holly, you know, David's live-in female friend, girlfriend, whatever, Holly. And the creepy voice was getting in there too. And then I played back one of my house cameras, and the creepy voice was in the house camera recording. So now the subscriber says that she was outside, it was perfectly quiet, just recording what's going on in the distance. And when she goes and plays it back, she says, "You won't believe it, but the creepy, the creepy voice was on her recording." I don't know. You know, this technology is off the charts. It's just absolutely ridiculous. So I hope you too don't get the creepy voice. And I got tagged, and let me see if I can find it. It was a mention. Now it was on one of David's lives, and then it was somebody else's live. Where is it? It was about... Where is it? It was not the creepy voice. It was, where is it? Where did it go? It just flashed, and now I'm trying to find it, and I can't find it. Where the, Gary Coleman impersonator. Why can't I say that? The imposter and the impersonator of Gary Coleman, who is deceased, is now showing up on other people's channels. So how is that happening? It can only be the infamous cyberstalker. This is somebody that's being paid to discredit, interfere with, harass other targeted people. So what ends up happening is once they get one person, sort of like me, they go and see who's posting. Or, you know, they've got the technical ability to see who the subscribers are, and then start going to their channels and harassing them. So I highly recommend taking screenshots of the imposter Gary Coleman and report it to YouTube. You might be able to report it to the FCC. I don't know how that works. But I can't find it. I mean, I saw it flash, and obviously it's not here, that this Gary Coleman person, let's see, I'm not finding it now. I'm just not finding it now. That the Gary Coleman is showing up on other people's channels. So if you have a YouTube channel, if you are being harassed and stalked by the imposter Gary Coleman, leave a comment down below. And thank you again for the person who donated cat food. I will talk to you guys soon.